Namo Adidafa, good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I'm determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading Ajahn Thiradhammo's book, Working with the Five Hindrances. This morning, we have a section on knowledge and investigating. The commentary on the Anguttara Nikaya says that knowledge is one of the main means of resolving restlessness and remorse. It specifically mentions the factors of knowing the Buddha's teachings well and being familiar with the monastic discipline, Vinaya, as well as being able to ask questions and associating with and questioning experienced practitioners from whom one can receive teachings. This is especially relevant for remorse, in that we can know if our behavior really is worthy of remorse through referencing it to the precepts. Then we can consciously follow the procedures on how to remedy any faults. Having sufficient knowledge also helps to easily resolve the restlessness caused by doubt and impatience. Sometimes, just mindfully recognizing restlessness or remorse allows some resolution. We can simply step out of the restlessness or remorse syndrome, let it go, drop it, put it down. Or we can at least relax with it when we see it in the right context. Oh, yes, it's just restlessness. At other times, once we are mindful of restlessness or remorse, we can investigate their cause, and this may provide some degree of resolution. We might observe that actually restlessness is not the real issue, that is just a reaction to doubt. Then the investigation opens up to encompass doubt. If it's difficult to expand the investigation, maybe some preliminary calming of restlessness can help to highlight, expose, or isolate the initial doubt, so as to allow easier or deeper investigation. We should also be aware that in the right context, some forms of restlessness can be beneficial. If our practice lapses into complacency, some restless despondency may be a spur to rouse us out of it. Similarly, remorse can be helpful if we relate to it in a skillful way. It can keep us on our moral toes. It's a kind of wholesome fear response. Is this action, speech, or thought appropriate? But then it's necessary to identify the point where this approach becomes excessive. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.